there, welcome to the Victory Wilson Show, where we are committed to providing valuable insights and solutions to our viewers who may have encountered difficult situations or traumatic experiences in their lives. Be sure that on the Victory Wilson Show, we have professional therapists, psychologists, and experts who will be providing expert advice on these cases. My name is Victory Wilson, your host. And today's case is focused on healing from generational trauma. This is a case of Seun. Seun, who is 25 years old, grew up learning a lot about her parents' woes and disappointments. Her parents started well, their business growing fine, but because they lived in a family house for many years before moving out to their own house, they were exposed to other family members, envy, and troubles. Her parents didn't hide anything from her about their challenges, backstabbing, and disappointments they faced that led to their downfall and failure of their business. This affected their means of living, and she watched her parents become a shadow of themselves. Her mom thinks it might be a generational curse, since her own parents, that's Seun's maternal grandparents, experienced something similar when they moved from Ghana to Nigeria. Unknowingly to her, she had inherited their pain. She struggled to trust others, always keeping people at arm's length for fear of getting hurt. It was there in the way that she pushed away anyone who tried to get too close, afraid that they don't mean well for her and will see the broken pieces she was trying so hard to hide. And it was in there that her relationships, always fraught with tension and misunderstandings. She was never quite able to find love and connection she desperately deserved or craved. She's always afraid success does not last. And she's always afraid that something bad might happen to her in the nearest future. She recently realized that she couldn't keep running from her past, from the pain that she had been passed down through the generations. She had to face it head on, confront the demons that had haunted her family for so long. So right now, Seun believes that she is in a generational cage that she might never get out of. Hi there. Welcome to the Victory Wilson Show, a show dedicated to providing valuable insights and solutions by addressing traumas and difficulties that individuals may have experienced in their lives. Featuring insightful interviews with leading psychologists, counselors, therapists, and individuals sharing their own difficulties and journeys. This show provides a supportive space for anyone seeking clarity and healing. You'll find inspiration to navigate life's difficulties and practical tips right here. Subscribe now to Victory Wilson TV. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery, healing, and growth together. Today's case, once again, is the case of healing from generational trauma. And to do justice and give expert advice on this case of Seun, I have joined with me on the Victory Wilson Show a trained professional therapist from the Institute of Counsel in Nigeria, Pastor Therapist Olufunke Yetunde Lawrence. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We are always excited to have you do justice to all these cases and give expert advice. Thank you. So this is the case of 25-year-old Seun, who feels that she's in a generational cage. She's stuck and might never get out of this. She feels she cannot succeed. There's a level to her success. What do you have to say about this situation?
That is an example of what is called existential crisis. It's a crisis that people have when they begin to question the existence of their life. They begin to question the possibility. They begin to ask, why am I here? And that is also becoming a thing that the person is not looking elsewhere, but looking inwardly into the history that has been repeated, because her parents have repeated the history of her grandparents. She hasn't repeated it, but she is having the fear it might happen, that is still a post-traumatic stress disorder. The assumption that the mother has become an instilled fear,
In her.
and that is conditioning, that it is a cause. It is just because our parents have seen the same issue in their parents' life, so they are assuming now it is a cause.
Yes, of their problem.
It
But
is-
now the good thing is that Seun, I'm sorry to cut you, ma.
Okay.
Seun has accepted and seen that she cannot keep running because from this case submitted,
That's what
she
I'm
has
saying.
accepted that she cannot keep saying this is how her life will be, and she wants to confront it.
And
So
that's
now,
what I'm saying.
what should Seun do
What
to actively get out of
Seun
it?
should do is to analyze the situation.
Okay.
Our parents have their personal house now.
Mm.
They are no longer living in that
The
family, house.
house.
Why can't Seun see that as a good thing that our parents have achieved? Why can't she challenge the irrational thoughts that is propelling the irrational behaviors that she's bringing forth by bringing in rational ones? Our parents may have their issues that she's using, but what about the legacies our parents have given to her? Our parents may have managed to give her the right training in the midst of it all. Can she recall how her parents have possibly told her not to have hate feelings for their siblings? Is she looking into those attitudes? Is she looking into that aspect? What are the good things from our grandparents? Our grandparents were outside Nigeria. They came back to Nigeria. They still have a house. That is not traumatic. I think Seun should be looking forward to possibly thinking of building a house in Victoria Highland,
Away from the family.
away from the family.
But I think I even understand Seun. Having grown in that kind of background where you've experienced this pain, your parents did not just tell you how they were
You have
stabbed
seen.
in the back.
That is
You
bias.
have
That is
seen.
bias.
So
And
it now
stereotype.
translates to people, from a large family that has different people, male, female. So now you now take that attitude. Even the relationships that she wants to build with people, she cannot have a stable love relationship.
And that is why I said I want
because
to
of
talk to
trust.
Seun now.
So how does she come out of that so that she can move on? Because she's just 25. And for this to be a concern, it means she wants to get married. She wants to have
She
a
has a
love
goal.
life.
And she doesn't want the same thing to repeat itself.
Yes.
So Seun should begin to see herself as a yolk in an egg. The egg has a shell. That's the grandparents. The grandparents covers the abdomen. That's her parents.
Yeah.
And she is the yolk.
Okay.
So let us see how a baker perforates the egg just to release the yolk. And the yolk comes out because the yolk is what is needed. She has to see the possibility first. She may be saying it, but she has to see it. How? Let her come to terms. I am not my grandparents. I am not my parents.
That's word of affirmations.
Yes, and a word of reality. You come to terms. I am not my parents. I am not my grandparents. Then she begin to analyze what areas should my parents have focused on to avoid this that they did not. Let her write it down on a drawing board. And she said, okay, if they didn't take care of this, I would take care of this. What are the good things she can pick from grandparents and her parents? She begins to build on that.
Okay. Is there any other thing that she can do apart from that?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot. So the things that Seun could do is to start unconditioning herself from what she has been conditioned to. The things we see, the things that has happened to us can condition us.
Okay.
Let us start relearning, unlearning, and learn new things.
How can she do that? Unlearning.
Yes.
How can she do that?
To unlearn means to say, this is not the right way, because it's already reflecting in her own ways how she relates to people. Possibly the way she's relating to people and she's having issue is exactly how she has seen people relate with each other where she grew up from. So it is obvious that she has to unlearn those things. If they shout, she has to stop shouting. So that is to uncondition herself and to recondition herself to who she wants herself to be.
To be. Okay. What else can she do?
Then another thing she would do is to seek for therapy, like she has rightly done now. And to please, another thing is to live here and now. Let her forget about the past that doesn't belong to her. She may need to forgive people. While growing up, siblings' arguments with her parents may have affected her. She could have some hurts from those issues, and she has to come back to the point of forgiveness. You don't wait for people to apologize before you forgive. So she intentionally lets go for herself. And she says, they are not me. I am not them. So she forgives. And once she forgives, she just lets it slide.
Let it slide.
Because she has a life to live here and now. I made my points down. She should look for support. She should look for support. And when you look for support, there are people that can support you. She should look for support. If the home is not the support system, there are 3 factors to cope with trauma. The material resources. We are not talking about somebody who is, this is not about well-being like finance now.
Yes.
So we are not talking about by material. So this one is about support resources. What are the support systems she has? Friends that she can confide in, possibly people that has gone through the same thing that can support her. A mentor would do a very great deal in this case. If she's not finding the right person to use to navigate life as an example in the home, she will always find, because about her and not about someone else. Let her begin to make future plans for herself and her children. I tell you for free that what she has seen in her parents and her grandparents should be like a drawing board. Strike those things out, and this I want, this I don't want. Then she develops healthy relationships.
I support what you said about forgiveness, because it just goes to show that we need to forgive, because if you don't forgive, hurt does more harm to us than the person who has hurt us.
Yes.
So when we don't forgive, we stop ourselves. We stop ourselves from moving forward. Because right now she hasn't forgiven. That's why she feels she's in that same cage as her parents. But it's not easy. It's not easy. I understand what she's going through. It's not easy. Forgiveness is hard. Yes. But that is where I would also bring up religion. I will bring up religion, because I wanted to bring that up and say, what's the point of church at the end of the day? You know, you're saying that she has to forgive. She has to create a new future for herself. Think about a new future. Yes. But is it easy to do without God? Is it easy? Because when you want to ask for help, this is deep.
Okay.
I feel like, is there a place for God in this? Because this is deeper than we can think.
As much as there is nothing God cannot do, God will never do for man what man should do for himself.
Yes.
He has told us to forgive.
But he has asked us to also ask the Holy Spirit for help.
And that is what she should have done.
She should do.
Does she know why she should forgive? Does she know the sicknesses attached to unforgiveness? Does she know the health benefits of forgiving? Does she know that unforgiveness can block and blur our plans for the future? Because it's like a driver that is going on a journey that keeps looking back. So you don't forgive for people, you forgive for yourself. You don't wait for them to say, I am sorry. You forgive and you let it slide.
Fantastic. And she should always use positive affirmations. Yes. Let's get right into your crayons.
Okay. Let me assume that you are Seun.
Okay.
What's your best color?
I have 3 best colors.
But out of the 3 best colors, you have?
Red.
Okay.
Red.
Looking at this at a glance, which color can you pick first?
Red.
Be sincere.
Will I want to pick, or can I pick first?
Can you see first?
Which one can I see first?
Yes.
Honestly, red.
Red.
Yes.
Why can't you see the other ones?
Because red is always easy for me to find, because it's my favorite color.
Man is multi-emotional. And these are representing different emotions. Anger, rage. This red is what you love doing. As much as man is multi-emotional, Seun would have to pick this one and say, I am picking myself out of that family. That's one. I am picking hope. I am picking the possibility of success. I am picking the reality that if the successes of my parents and my grandparents had gone bad, I would do everything possible that they didn't do to make sure mine doesn't go back, and I have the positivity it won't go bad. And my red color would mean I come out of post-traumatic stress disorder. I begin a journey of generational growth for the next generation. I decide to become the model for the next generation. Do you know one beautiful thing when we heal from trauma? Can I please tell you?
Oh, yes, please.
Nobody cares to know your past anymore. The past that you are interested in is because you have not recovered from it. Begin to work towards growth. You can set standards for yourself. At the age of 35, I would be having PhD. Standards that are very high.
Yeah.
So I would choose my red color and I would drop all other colors today. So don't ask me of any other color.
Apart from red.
If it doesn't interest me, I have no interest in it. If it doesn't interest me, I have no interest in it. If it traumatizes me, I have interest in it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's the best way to even wrap this up. And I'm sure that Seun has listened and learned. I have learned from this. So set goals for yourself, right? Pick one thing, which is a positive thing that you want for your life. Focus on it. I think this also applies to even people because it just moved my mind to another case of people from broken homes and how they've scaled through and become who they want to be, removed themselves from that. We're going to treat a case like that very soon. So I hope that you watching have gained everything that you need to gain, and you need to learn, and you need to move forward and heal from generational trauma. Thank you so much, Mrs. Olufunke. This was really, really insightful, and I'm sure that Seun will pick this up and learn a whole lot, and I'm sure she'll be a better person. Thank you so much for this episode. And there's one thing, we want to give you a gift on the show today. This little gift of appreciation for you. Thank you so much for your valuable contributions to the show.
Wow.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, and this show is amazing. This show is filled. This show is rich because you're in it. And we thank you. Thank you so much. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, you can, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, and I look forward to coming back to this show at any other time. I will be privileged to come.
We look forward to having you as well. We look forward to having you.
Going to a very memorable place. Everyone will remember Wilson show.
Yes, please. Thank you. On this note, we wrap up this episode of the Victory Wilson Show. See you on another episode.